Hi everybody, hope you're all well. Mandy, thank you so much for sending me this, very inspiring. I am a follower of John Kirkwood. I have to say he's a fantastic channel on YouTube. I've watched him over the years. He was one who inspired me to get a shower cap to put over my, when I'm doing bread, you know, that kind of thing, when it's rising or proving rather. Yeah, thank you for this. Mandy, you've got your own channel and you're based in Australia. I've been subscribed to you for a little while now, and you do a mixture of craft and cooking, and you're battling cancer as well. So kudos for you for running a flipping channel as well at the same time. You're my Australian version. Yeah, I really think, I feel that. You were very sweet to send this to me, you really were, and I'm actually very inspired, especially by the cookbook. It has made me think, should I make my own? John Kirkwood, I think he's mainly oven based, which is great if you're using an oven, but as everyone knows, I tend to use air fryers. But with that being said, you can adapt. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and I'm really want to try the focaccia bread. Focaccia, oh yeah, definitely. So we're going to try and make that. There are slight variations, so we'll look at the ingredients in a minute, but I want to just say massive thank you to Mandy, and if I'll put a link to her channel in my description. Please go give her a follow. Support someone who's sort of, you know, going through it a little bit, but she's a lovely person and she's very sweet. You're so lovely to send me this, and I really appreciate it. There are so many lovely recipes. I mean, he's done a few recipe books. I'll put a link to his channel too. I know a lot of you do follow him already. Good channel. Steady and interesting, really good. I've been flicking through it, so when I landed on the focaccia bread, which, I mean, anything like that, I thought the Cosori TurboBlaze would be perfect for that, because I am going to do that directly in the Cosori, direct, you know, without any tins. But I will put his measurements of his tins that he's used, and also the oven instructions rather. And with air fryers, as everyone knows, there's a variation. So, you know, where it might take however long, on mine it might be a little bit less or more. Just keep an eye. But the general heating, you know, the temperatures are roughly the same. So let's get cracking. Come and have a look at the ingredients, and yeah, should I make my own recipe books for Christmas? I think that's quite a good target. I wouldn't mind trying. Yeah, why not? An air fryer recipe book. It's very inspiring, I have to say. Right, let's crack on. Let's get these recipe. Let's look at the ingredients for focaccia bread. Thanks once again to Mandy. Go check out her channel, please. Come on, let's have a look. So there are variations. John Kirkwood says use strong white flour. I would do the same, but I've actually run out, so I'm using plain flour. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I would recommend using strong white flour instead, bread flour, you know, that type. 1 whole sachet of yeast. John's recipe is just salt, but I love to add a bit of pepper. So it's inspired. It's a focaccia inspired recipe by John Kirkwood, because in his recipe it was fresh basil leaves. I will put his full recipe, but I will put in brackets my adaptations. So I'm using rosemary because I've got lots of that. No basil. Yeah, that's really it. To be fair, it's the rosemary and the plain flour as opposed to strong bread flour is the only difference. Oh, and the pepper. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so I've just put it all together, and now I'm going to let it rise for 45 minutes in a warm place. And I tell you what, it's currently that really hot heat wave, and it is hot. So I'm going to leave this on a sunny windowsill for 45 minutes See you in a bit. Don't think this really works. I don't know what's... Stop it from ticking. It didn't really work. It's been about an hour, so let's have a look. It's been in a nice hot sunny windowsill. So about 1 hour, and it's risen nicely. Right, so what's next? Wet hands and a wet surface following John's instructions. I'm going to fold it over a couple of times, pop it back in the bowl and let it rise for a further 30 minutes. And while it's rising for its second go, we'll kind of get the topping going. So let's get this on a nice, well, with wet hands, etc. Can you see this bowl? I've got a little bowl of water. I'm just going to splash some water, wet hands, and kind of get it out of the bowl. I've not used wet hands before, so that's an interesting way of doing it. I like that. So let's get this out first. Onto a little puddle. I need the bowl, so I'm not going to get rid of that. So wet hands again. Dip, dip, dip. Just kind of fold it in on itself. That does work. That's actually a really good tip. I like that. It stops me adding more flour. I'm just turning it in on itself a little bit. Right, I'm going to pop it back in because I think it's very wet. That's good. That's all right. Just clean my hands, put the cover back on, wipe down, and leave it for another 30 minutes. So, back in. I'm going to put it back on the sunny windowsill. Job done. See you in 30 minutes. Well, see you in the next clip. Okay, while that's doing its second rise, we're going to crack on with the topping. So I've got rosemary and some garlic. Obviously go large on, even more large on the garlic than I have, because I've got 2 fat cloves. That's enough for us, but you know, it depends on your own preference. You might want to really crack on and have lots of cloves. It does say 3 to 4 on the recipe, I think. So I've got my little handheld mini processor thing. So I'm going to throw in my rosemary and mince the, you know, take off the skin, obviously, off the garlic. Throw it all in with olive oil and some salt. And that's our topping. So let's crack on and do that while we're waiting for the second proof or rise. Second rise. Oh, it's so hot. It really is. I don't know what the temperature is out there, but it's boiling. Right, chopping board. Let's get this garlic cloves chopped up. Now what I do with my olive oil, you see that it's still got the tab in it. I just stick a couple of holes in it. It gives it a really good control. Salt. And then put the lid on. Right, that should do it. Smells absolutely delicious. It really does. Let's scrape that out onto my little plate, ready for before I bake, basically. So that's all done. I like that. It smells so good. We're actually going to oil with some olive oil as well, because it's going to go directly in. There we go. Right, oil this. Be quite generous. Yeah, and then we'll just wait for... I'll see you in a bit. Okay, the 30 minutes are up, so let's have a look. Oh, nice. That looks fantastic. Okay, so we're going to get this onto a floured surface. We'll need this still because we're going to prove it in there in a sunny warm spot before we bake it. So let's crack on and get this on a nice floured surface to shape it into a square. or rectangle. It depends on the size of your tin, whatever you're doing. So it's basically, I'm doing a square because I'm going to eventually, it's going to be going directly in there. Right, let's get it directly in. And don't forget there's lots of olive oil in here as well. We're going to shape it inside. Right, I'm going to clean up and then we can concentrate on what's going on in there. Okay, I need to shape this so that it kind of basically fills the bottom of the pan. So I'm just gently getting it in position. I'm going to dip it in, really kind of, you know, like create dimples. It's going to rise, have a second rise in this. We'll put the thing back on and leave it in a warm space. Okay, I'm going to put this over, see if this goes right over. I don't know if it will. It might do. Come on. 45 minutes in a warm spot. See you in a bit. Okay, 45 minutes has passed, so let's have a look. Oh gosh, it's firmly stuck in. Ooh! It's definitely got bigger. Yeah, come and have a closer look. Right, let's stick it straight in. Right, bake at 205, which is 400 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes, but we'll check at 10. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, quick check, 5 minutes is still to go, so let's have a look. Ooh, ooh. Wow, that's looking all right. Let's just have a, maybe 3 more minutes. I'll check what temperature I need it to be for it to be ready. See you in a bit. Okay, we're going to check the internal temperature. We're looking for 88 Celsius to 93. So 88 to 93. I'll put on the screen whatever that is in, I can't think. Fahrenheit, that's the one. So it's 90, it's hitting 98, so it's more than ready. Fantastic. All I'm going to do now is actually drizzle while it's hot. So it took, what did it take? What's the length of time that took? 12 minutes. 12 minutes in the air fryer. I'm going to be a bit generous with the old olive oil, why not, eh? And finally, grate some Parmesan or Padano, whichever you've got, onto the top while it's hot. And I'm going to leave it in here until I can kind of get it out. So hopefully the Parmesan is probably going to fly everywhere, actually, thinking about that, but never mind. A way to extract is actually, yeah, that's interesting, but we'll see how that goes. I'll leave it to cool in there for the moment. So we'll leave that. We'll be back in about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how cool it's got, and turn that off. See you in a bit. Okay, it looks like it's cool enough, so I'm going to kind of tip it out gently. We could get a chance to see the underside, which actually, I think that's really all right. If you had an air fryer that didn't have a heating element at the bottom, I'd recommend flipping it at this point and just giving it a few minutes, 2 minutes maybe, not more, any more than that. Actually, let me just put that back in there. Get that out of the way. Right, let's have a closer look. I'll tell you what, it's absolutely boiling in the kitchen. It really is hot. Whew, right, taste test. This looks fantastic. Let's cut a piece off. I mean, you could tear it or cut it. It's completely up to you if you had a go at this. But I'm gonna cut it. A bit like, yeah, like, let's do a whole. Let's see what's going on in the inside. look at that. That looks really all right. That really does. Oh, delicious. Wow, I'm really pleased. It's the first time I've ever made focaccia bread. So thank you, Mandy, for sending me the book that inspired me to go with this. An air fryer version of John Kirkwood's focaccia bread. Recipe will be in the comments, pinned in the comments and in the description. Oh, it's hot. Come on, let's have a taste. Oh, that is absolutely delicious. Wow. Oh, I'm so pleased I made that. And very easy, actually. Really easy. You know, it's quite a long process in terms of, you know, two rises and all that. But not really. If you're doing other stuff and you've got a day free, I'd highly recommend making this yourself. Oh. That is just absolutely delicious. Oh, the right amount of garlic for us. That is really delicious. I used rosemary herbs, but basil would be a good choice too. Even if you didn't even have that, have pesto, green pesto. Yeah, you could even do red pesto. I am really pleased. Wow. That won't last long. Do you know what? I've got to get out of this kitchen. It's too hot. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.